Hey guys, welcome to another wonderful episode of Bear It All with
the podcast.
Jay
And Shay.
and our lovely guest.
Oh, I'm supposed to introduce myself. Liz. Hey, y'all.
What's your name, girl? What's
Liz
your
is
name?
back, you guys.
I'm back.
If you guys have watched previous episodes, she was our lovely guest before. And of course, we invited her back because she's amazing. Hello.
Thank you.
Okay, looks amazing too with
Of
her
course.
boots.
Always.
I love
Rainy
Always.
day, had to bring out the patent leather.
them. Okay.
So we're going to start off with our battle game, everybody. So it's going to be real quick because we want to get to the content. So the battle game is I'm going to read a couple quotes from a couple movies, and they just have to pick what movie it is. Okay. So it's only 2 movies that I'm doing. All right.
Hopefully, it's the only 2 I've seen because I don't watch movies.
What?
So.
You watch movies?
I watch no TV.
Well, these 2 movies are.
because you really don't have a lot of time. You're doing so many other things.
I mean, I'd be outside.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
these 2 movies are classic movies. They've been around forever, and they're very popular.
I'm feeling sick right now. Sorry.
It's all right. Jay's a little under the weather, so we're going to get through this. Okay? All right, this first
I
movie.
had a man to take care of me.
Oh, my God. Here we go. All you got to do is break open that phone. You'll have orange juice, soup, everything at your doorstep. We all know this. Anyway, so the first movie, I'm going to give you a big hint first. It's a Denzel movie.
Okay.
Okay? A quote from his character: the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Feel free to say the name of the movie if you know
I
it.
only know one movie, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Training Day?
It's not, but that's a good guess, though. It's a good guess.
Say the quote again.
The first one was the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Next quote: the most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work.
Oh, this is all in the same movie.
This is all in the same movie.
I got nothing.
Okay, I'm either going to go.
Deja Vu?
No,
The Book of Eli?
no,
Fences?
no,
Ooh, Fences was a good movie.
Equalizer?
no. I'm going to give you his main character in this movie.
Okay.
Okay? The name of his main character in this movie is Frank Lucas.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Based on a true story.
I know. You can't think.
Can I phone a friend?
You can phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Go ahead, phone a friend.
No.
Am I your friend?
The friend could be Rick.
Do you know?
Do you know?
He wasn't paying attention.
Phone a friend. We only have you
What
right now.
movie did
Give me a
Denzel
couple
play
of
Frank
Denzel.
Lucas?
Listen, but give it to me on this end. Just
This movie
I'm
is such a
trying to win.
great movie. Okay. It's American
Oh,
Gangster.
I'm not about to say American Gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have not seen that.
Oh my
movie.
God, you have to see
Yeah.
it.
It's very good.
It's such a classic.
But I haven't seen it in
It's a
so
good-
long.
I'm so bad with movies.
Every time it comes on,
Well, you would've been fine when
I
we went
watch
to the
it because I
movies.
love it so
Yeah.
much. All right, next movie.
All right, so we'll go
Okay,
through
this is the
one.
last movie. Whoever gets this will win.
Okay.
All right.
Well, clearly.
So one of the main characters' names is Alan. Another.
Hangover.
Wow. wow.
I'm like, Alan, you know why? Because I just seen somebody the other day that looked like him. It was actually somebody at my job. I told somebody, I said, oh, this person looks like that guy. And it just made me.
Dang.
I was going to say the baby, where he carries around the baby.
No, I would have gotten it maybe if you would have said
Hangover.
carrying around a baby, but yeah, not
And I was going to say
not
Mike
me.
Tyson, because he was in that movie.
He definitely was.
And I was going to say a couple quotes, but there you go. Okay, look at you winning the
Okay.
battle game.
Okay.
No, on my deathbed. Oh, so
Oh my God.
Okay, congratulations, Jamie.
sorry. I should have gave it to you.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I need a
So,
blanket.
Jamie, what's our topic for today?
Our topic for today is, we're doing rapid fire questions.
I'm sorry if I'm chewing my gum so loud, guys. I didn't mean to. Anyway, go ahead.
You're not sorry. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about any and everything.
Oh boy, let me buckle my seatbelt now.
Go right
You
ahead.
better do it, girl.
Here we go.
You better do
Especially if she driving. Final destination.
I
it.
heard.
Oh my God.
I heard.
I can't with her. Like, she is just too much. All right. So, let's see.
I knew she was going to take all day. I told her to be ready, you guys.
Okay. I'm not feeling well. Don't I get an option? All right. If sorry, I don't know.
She's not
All right, you
prepared.
know what? This is a question about gender roles. So, whose job is tougher? A mom, like someone who's a homemaker, or even if they're not a homemaker, right? A woman taking care of the kids at home, or a woman who goes out every day to work and then comes home and still has to take care of the kids, cook dinner, making sure. And then we're talking about, maybe someone who has like young kids. Or is it the man who has to go out to work every day and wear the weight of his family and then come home and then, I'm not going to say he doesn't do anything, but I'm just saying like he might not be the one. This is like in this scenario. He might not be the one cooking, cleaning, but he just wants to relax, right?
So
he just
you're
wants to
saying
chill.
a woman who works and take care of the kids, or a
Could be
woman
either
that
or.
just takes care of the kids and then the husband works?
It could be either or. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
There's a huge difference.
yeah.
I
There is a
think,
difference.
but I think it's too hard to measure that. I think individually,
But it's
some
like
people can manage more than others. So I don't know.
And okay, so say this. So what if both of those people work, right? And who decides who does what once they get home?
So I'm going to say this. For the most part, in most relationships, the woman is working and taking care of the kids, doing the doctor's appointments, going to the school
Right.
meetings, going to the conferences, taking them to practice, taking them to, making sure they have their lunch packed. The woman is doing most of that, okay? Yes, I know there's guys out there that does it too. However, majority of women are actually doing it. So I would say the woman's role is more difficult because typically nowadays they're working and doing everything for the kids and the family.
Right.
Like it's rare that you see a dad taking a kid to the doctors, the dentist, going to the teacher conference, going to practice and picking them up, unless they're the coach or something like that. Like it's rare that you see that. If you go to practices, do you see mainly moms taking their kids majority of the time? Yes.
And I think sometimes it depends on what kind of practice. For me, like I feel like if it's like a football practice, I see mostly dads. If it's like gymnastics, I see moms.
So yeah.
I do agree with that.
So,
when a dad has a strong, I don't want to say
Connection to what
interest, but a
they're-
connection to
yeah,
what
to what
they're
they're
doing. But I have to say I kind of disagree though. I think that y'all probably gonna smack me for this one,
It's
but
okay.
I really feel like women don't give their partners the opportunity to play those roles. I feel like a lot of the times we are kind of like, we take it on just versus asking, like, hey, can you do this? Which sometimes is part of the problem, right? Because in relationships, a lot of people don't want to have to ask.
Right.
But if you start giving those roles out, I feel like the pressure of us feeling like, we have to do everything, which is heavy. It's heavy. Women's pressure, you have to do everything, right? Like, have to be the mom, have to be the dad, have to be sexy, have to be, professional. We have to do all these things. And I feel like we carry that so heavy that we don't even give the opportunity for a man to step up and help. Like, it's like, or you didn't do it the way that we wanted it to be done. So
Because I guess that leads back to like the typical, like women are more nurturers.
Yeah.
And men are.
But we're also trying to still keep the same roles that society has told us that we have to do, versus just creating the roles that we feel is best for our household. And
But
I
like,
think
what if-
when we do that, it's even playing fields. I think that when it's even playing field, it should break even though there's a day I might not be able to do nothing and my husband might be able to pull straight through, and there may be a day where he's heavy and had a hard day at work where I have to pick up the slack. But I don't know if I can say one role is harder than the other.
Yeah.
I will say this. Unless I'm making appointments, they're not being made. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
Like I know the kids need to go to the doctor, have their
I agree with
checkups, go to
that.
the dentist. And the dad should know that too, but who's stepping up to the plate? It's
Right.
always
Take
the
on that
woman.
respo-
So
yeah.
if the woman is always stepping up to the plate to make sure all those things are done, where the father knows that these things need to be done too, he could easily step up to the plate and say, oh, I made their doctor's appointment, I did this. But it's up to the woman not only to delegate that, but to do it. So she's still having to either delegate or do it. Because rarely do I see a man saying, oh, I need to make that doctor's appointment. Some men don't even know who the doctor is. Or the
That's
dentist.
so
where's the dentist office?
Yeah, that is
Because I
very
will say
true.
this,
I
I've been
do know people
co-parenting
like
with
that.
my ex-husband for years, 12 years we've been co-parenting. And he's a good dad. However, I don't know, he doesn't know the dentist, he don't know most of the teachers' names. He don't know where the doctor's office is, and they've been going there since they were born.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I do agree that different
Yeah.
information that is maintained in a man's mind versus a woman's mind, I do see a huge difference.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't take away from
But
that.
then again,
yeah.
say the man, like I know what you were saying is like, well, we're not allowing them.
oh, I
Yeah.
would allow, I would allow it.
But then,
I would allow it.
but then what
Please
about
do.
like if your man is the one coming? Okay, so say for instance, like it made me think about this because my daughter just had a baby. So say you're home, you just had a baby, like you're home all day with the baby, right?
was in that
so
position.
you need to, like, where is your outlet? Like you're home with the baby, you don't get a break, and then the father is at work every day, right? So you're at work every day, you're paying all the bills.
That was
and
the
then you come
hardest.
home, and then now it's like, okay, I just want to chill, but it's like, well, I just need a break.
Right.
So at what point is it where like, okay, you get the break,
Right.
you get the chill, and then now we switch?
That's just communication. I mean,
Yeah.
we always talk about that. I mean, ultimately, women are always going to kind of be like, "Oh, I got it," or kind of overseen in the sense of like, "Well, the man just came home from work. He needs a meal. He needs this. He needs that." Like, I feel like we are definitely.
But
pushed to
I've had a
believe in
friend who
that,
didn't
but-
cook, and her husband cooked all the time.
Oh yeah. No, I mean,
And he works.
I'll be honest with you. Throughout the relationship that we've had over Jack and I, it has changed almost every 5 years. Almost every 5 years, there was time where I was absolutely doing everything. I was completely overwhelmed in the inside of the house.
Right.
And then he was just, his career was just taking off. He had these goals, so it was like I was trying to support him. And at the same time, I was losing myself by being these walls in this house with these 3 little kids at such a young age. But
Yeah.
over time, you have to have those conversations, and then it shifts. Towards the end of it, it's been my career, and he's been mostly there for Jada's games and mostly, there for other things. So I don't know. I mean,
But it is being open, that
it's being
communication.
open. It's to go back to the question, is one harder than the other? I think there is a time where it is. I just don't know if it's all the time.
No, yeah,
Right.
I agree with you.
with that one the most. Like some, I
Yeah.
think one particular position, I'll say position like it's a job, but like
It is a
maybe,
job,
Maybe
shoot.
it is tough, like with that man coming to work, going to work every day, trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my family.
Yeah, 3
you know.
kids, a
Yeah.
household, et cetera, et cetera, et
And then there's
cetera.
times when it's like, oh, the house ain't clean. Like, what you mean the house ain't clean? Like, are you kidding me? Like, do you know the kind of day I had?
Right.
Snotty noses and this,
So yeah, I do think it does shift over the years. Even if you're together or not together, if you're raising kids together, I think the roles do shift.
Yeah.
Definitely depending on the age of your child, the progression of your child, the progression of your career versus his career. So depending on what life throws at you, I do feel like the shift can change and the pressure could be more on the man versus the woman. But I just feel like women just take on more responsibility naturally, like you said.
We do.
And of course, we like things done right. Like we want
Yeah.
them going to this particular doctor, or we want them.
We pay attention to details.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so. Very much
You
so.
can tell
Yeah,
a child
I
that's
agree.
going to school in the morning by a mom and a child's getting dropped off by
Oh,
the dad. We
yes.
pay attention to the details versus
Yeah.
I feel like from my experience, just men in general, they the kid's safe, the kid's fed, the kids got clothes on. Like, why does it have to match? Just they're here.
Oh, it has to match. I used to put each individual outfit in a separate bag and then in the big bag. So the socks, the shirt, the pants, everything went together. But how did those outfits get mixed up? I don't know.
It's the kids like going through stuff. I used to have all
Yeah.
mine lined up, and then their own separate bags.
I mean,
they would come back, everything would still be
Right.
lined up,
He's
and I'm
probably
like, why
go
are you
get
still wearing the
dressed,
same dirty
and he's
clothes?
like, or the child's probably like, okay, and then they just dig in whatever.
They come back with the
but-
same clothes from Friday. I'm like, oh my God, check
I
your
know.
drawers. Like, seriously?
You know, but the question from that really is that does that mean that they're not doing a good job? You know, like it's so difficult to.
You gotta
to
pick and choose
say.
your battles,
You
I
have to
feel
pick
like,
and choose
in
your battles for
everything.
sure.
Yeah,
Like-
it doesn't mean they're not doing a good job. It just means they don't care about the things that we
That
necessarily care about.
Right.
Right.
And then
Now,
we
what
might.
I do agree with, though, I do 100% believe that women can handle the multitasking better than a man can. And I think that's why we should be feared in the workplace. Because if we make it to certain levels and all that stuff, we
Okay,
can do it
women's
all.
power.
We can do it all. We have a better balance of being able to do it all and do it gracefully.
But I think we're better at multitasking because we're also good at delegating. Because we don't feel like we need to do it all. When we get to that stage in our life where we're mature enough to understand that we don't need to do it all,
Yeah.
then we're good at delegating. Okay, these tasks need to be done. That's why all these things were done at a good time, in a timely manner, and organized, because we're able to delegate to those who we feel like can do that job the most and the best, and then we do whatever job that we feel like we need to do.
Yeah.
But I wish we had a male on here today
know.
to kind of
So men,
dispute
you got
that.
to comment.
Yeah, it would
But
be a
I
good
also think that
perspective.
sometimes we have to allow people to do things in their own way.
Yeah.
And I learned that early on, when it's like, okay, I'm making sure like everything's situated with my kids, and then like my mom was watching my kids, and it's like, she's giving them a bath in like the kitchen sink with like dish detergent, and I'm just like, no, that's not how you do it. But they were having fun, and I'm like, why is it so bad that
Right.
she's doing it this way?
Right.
This is her way of doing something, and I had to take a step back and realize that people do things in their own way, and my ex may not have seen things the same way I did, and that's okay, right? If their kids are safe, they're happy, they're healthy, they're in good spirits, like I think we should just let it rock.
Let it rock, let it rock, and
yeah.
that's a hard lesson learned, because I think all of us, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
most women definitely,
Particular,
yeah.
like
In
sometimes just shut the
particular,
fuck up. Like we need to
Right.
just shut the fuck up
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, I've learned that.
Oh yeah,
And I'm still working
shut
on
up.
that.
but you got to choke me
Still
when you
working
say
on
it.
that.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll shut up.
That's all you need.
That's what she needs.
That's all I
No,
need.
she needs. Listen.
All I need, choke me.
So you
Whoever-
be in that mindset of just like rah 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 rah, and someone put you.
Oh,
and then that.
yes,
Okay.
it's over. Yes, that happened to me the other night. I was like, okay.
She needs somebody to put her in her place.
I love it.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm such a dominant person. I love when someone can just, this is what we're doing.
She needs that.
This is how we're going to do it. Okay. I love it. I love that. Because I'm tired of being dominant all the time.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
I've been ready for someone to take that role.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
you have it. All
You
right.
got me all distracted by choking me. Well, I was going to say something important.
I
don't know. See, that's all you got to do is choke me. Good.
choke you, smack you.
All of the above. Please.
Oh my gosh, she is a whole mess. All right, so next topic.
Next topic.
How long or how far would you drive for sex?
I took a plane. So
Damn. How long
Wait, was that
plane
to see
ride?
your husband?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's different.
I know, but 20 years. I mean, what else am I supposed to
I
talk
know,
about? Now,
that's true.
Okay, so if I was single, or if I had experience or something going on, we'll say that. How far would I drive?
Right.
I don't really believe in long distance relationships, so maybe 30 minutes max.
But you were
30
in a long
minutes.
distance
I was
relationship.
married.
I know,
That's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, yeah.
That's different. That's a commitment. Life happens.
Yeah, then
But,
that's different.
You know,
Yeah.
if Jack had, if we had met prior to, no.
Yeah.
No.
Because I don't long
believe
distance
in
is
it.
not for, but it's
30
just for
minutes
sex,
max.
not a relationship.
30 minutes.
I mean, I've driven
Just
to
for sex,
30
though.
Okay,
minutes.
well,
not
how
a
long is the sex
relationship.
going to be? Because if I'm driving 2 hours and I'm only getting 15 minutes, then
Then that's definitely not worth it.
That ain't worth it.
I agree with you. So I guess you kind of have
I'm
to
not
know what
risking
you're
it. 30
driving
minutes. You
to.
got 30 minutes of my time. on
I
the
know
road.
I drove
on the road.
an hour and a half. That was the most that I drove. But I knew it was going to be great sex because we already had sex before. So I knew it was going to be great and it was going to be a good amount of time.
Okay.
So, and it was
So
amazing.
is it unknown sex? Is it a new booty call or is
Well, I
it?
guess it doesn't.
I'm sticking with my 30 minutes.
I mean,
You got
I
30
drove
minutes.
over 2 hours. But
2 hours?
over 2 hours, like
Was
2.5
that for
hours.
unknown or for known?
No,
that
it
was
was
unknown,
for
right?
known. No, it was for
Oh,
known. He
okay.
drove the first time.
I could
And you
see
drove
how
the second
known, and you know it's going to
But
be
it was like
something.
very clear. Like we had the talk already, so you already know what
See,
I
2
like. and
hours,
what
I
don't like.
need maybe an overnight stay.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
2
overnight.
hours.
Oh, yeah,
It was
okay.
overnight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah. I
could do
wasn't
that
coming
then.
back.
But-
it was overnight,
But
sleepover,
what if
weekend.
you just met someone and they live a little far away? You're not sure if you're going to have sex.
But the energy's there.
or how
But
it is.
But the energy is there, the vibe's there. But you're going on a date, so and you have to drive to the date, and then there could be sex or not sex. How far would you drive for that? For like a first date?
For a first date, I feel like you need to meet me halfway.
Okay, so how far is halfway? 30 minutes.
45 minutes.
30 minutes. You got 30 minutes.
Everything's 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
She's only giving you 30 minutes.
I'll give you 45 for a halfway.
Yeah.
Meet me halfway for 45
Yeah,
minutes.
I would say that. That's a good.
I would say
Hour.
for a first date, I could do 35, 40, 30,
I think it
30,
really just
45.
depends on who it is. If I feel like if I have like I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you're doing it for a first date and it works, and this is something you're gonna have to keep doing,
Yeah.
like, is it worth keep doing? Like, part of me would be like, the distance is just ain't it.
But I feel like if
I'll
you-
see you when I see you, but I don't know if I.
But then you're boxing yourself into just meeting people in this little tiny area, and clearly they ain't nothing around here.
well, I've heard.
There ain't nothing around here.
I hear.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough
Yeah.
around here. It is very tough.
I'm sticking with my 30 minutes.
I'm gonna agree with that. 30 minutes.
Okay.
But for for sex that you
For
know is
known
going to be good,
sex, and it's a booty call.
an hour and a half. I'm good with that.
An
I was
hour
good
and
with
a
that.
half. No,
That's the
I'm
most.
45.
Just for ass though, not for like a relationship. I'm not driving an hour and a half for
I
somebody.
typically just don't
I'm not
drive
doing that.
somewhere just to have sex with somebody though. So it's like
Wait, people don't drive just to have
no, I'm
sex
saying
with them?
I don't know. I have to like you. I have to be comfortable with you. I have to.
That's not true.
That is true.
You definitely drove a couple hours just for
I mean,
sex.
North Jersey's how far?
Yeah, but I like the vibe of the person.
Okay.
It was a good vibe.
So
In addition to
the sex.
Anyways, so yeah, okay.
Getting
I stopped
stabbed.
making that drive.
Well,
All right.
I
I had
mean,
to
that's
cut
the other
that
thing.
stabbing
Like, you
off.
know, how many times are you doing it before they're doing it back?
Oh no, they
They have to do it
immediately-
first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they
They have to do it
immediately
first.
were-
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
you know what the thing is, I didn't have to pay anything. Like I didn't come out of pocket from anything. Like
I mean-
he definitely was. But I'm saying he definitely was making sure that I was good.
You were taken care of.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm not trying to walk after a session. So if you got me able to drive after a session,
Yeah.
Oh
long
yeah,
distance,
he came.
then
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely
it wasn't
came.
worth it in my point. You know,
No.
Well, he
30
came
minutes.
first to see me, and then
13
went back home the next morning. Actually, he actually drove only for 6 hours. It was like 6 hours that
Who
he was
did
out
6
here.
hours?
No, I'm saying
Oh.
he drove out here for it was like a 2-hour drive, and then he went back home in like 6 hours, and then came back the following day.
See, if I'm doing something like that, then I'm creating a whole day around that trip. I might
Yeah.
stop at the park, go to the museum. I'm gonna see you. Like I can't just do it straight for just a person and turn back around.
Yeah, well,
I
you
need
know,
to
that's what he
incorporate.
did.
For you, for
Because everybody loves Jay.
GPS. GPS.
Yes.
Shut up.
And we'll put what the acronym GPS actually stands
You know
for,
what?
and it's not navigation. Next
You can guess
question.
it.
They probably already heard it before.
Whatever.
Anyway, okay. I just had it.
You are not on your game today.
I told you I don't feel good. Oh, what
Energy
is? I know. I just don't. My throat is feeling funny.
Y'all know why.
All right. Okay. If oh my God, where did it go?
come
Am I
on,
going to have
Jamie,
to
let's
take the
go.
wheel?
Do I have
Oh
to
my
ask you a question?
God.
I just
guess
had
it's
it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, if you could, go ahead.
All
You
right.
got it? If the world didn't judge you and you could be your free self, what would that look like as far as like career?
That's so boring. Ugh.
I couldn't even answer that question. The world wouldn't
If
judge
you were
me.
your free self, like, what would you be? A butterfly? I don't know. What the
Not
hell?
as far as the animals.
Wait, I don't know. I
kind
mean,
of
I guess
career?
that's anticipating of OnlyFans. I don't. You know,
I
like you
could
think.
see you. You'd be running around with tassels hanging everywhere.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
for
I would
sure.
Be, working a little bit.
That's
but,
true.
She
Yeah,
said that's so
definitely.
boring.
No, but no. I mean, I would just be doing whatever makes the most money. So if there was nothing attached to the sexual careers and all that,
Right.
maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't, but.
Well,
I don't know. I just don't feel like I don't feel like I'm not my true self right now. Like I don't feel like nothing's holding me back. You feel like something's holding you back? Like
No, I mean, like, meaning there was no care in the world.
there was no care in the world. So what would you
Like,
do?
I don't know what I would do. I really don't know.
This is your question.
It wasn't
And
my
you don't
question.
know.
It wasn't my question, but
Oh
I'm
my
not really
God.
sure. I don't know.
Because I just feel like I'm already there. Like who's holding me back? Who's stopping me?
Yeah.
Especially in today's times where that shit is really acceptable nowadays. It's kind of like
What's acceptable?
being on OnlyFans, being a stripper,
Oh.
being
Being
in
whatever
sexual,
you wanna do. I mean, we're about to be
But
in
I'm
a
assuming
music
that's
video
why you were saying
soon.
that.
I have such anxiety with this.
We're in our 40s and we're supposed to be in a music video.
I was in a music video, but this is a different music video, okay?
It's no different. It's just the song.
I was
It's a song.
supposed to be a sexy label executive
Now
in
you're
the
gonna be
last one.
sexy biatch. What's the difference? Sexy, classy, outfit versus like a BDSM.
There's a difference. There is a difference.
It's still sexy. It's just a different level of sexy. I'm gonna have
make
a
sure-
flogger. In the,
have to
I'm
make
gonna
sure
have
it's wide enough to cover everything. On my,
Y'all should have
Okay.
brought some of the
That's not gonna
outfits.
happen.
That would have.
right, to ask our audience, what should you wear?
What should you wear?
We'll
You
definitely post
choose.
some content.
She will
You
wear.
should. You should. That's probably. Some
She'll
funny
wear something
stuff
like
in
my
back end.
my body is I try to like be a little covered.
What?
You just have everything out.
That is not true. You have everything. You had your breast out on the last show. Anyway, next question.
Chase taking over.
I'm taking over
lost her
because
spot.
she's slacking
I
today.
don't feel good. My
So-
foot is feeling the kind of.
How do you guys? And I know you're in a relationship, so you just tell me how you feel about it though. As far as celibacy, should people try it, and have you ever tried it? And is it good for you? Is it something that you should kind of take a break from to kind of regroup and kind of focus on yourself and and during celibacy, do you not masturbate?
They say you're not supposed to. I think.
There's just like
But
no
who makes the
sexual
rules
stimulation.
for that?
I don't know who makes the rules.
What's
I'm
the
just
term for
asking. I don't know.
celibacy? I think it's no sexual.
Stimulation at all?
Yeah, I think so.
So would you try it?
I don't really
No.
think that.
I would only do it if I was like out of control in some space. Or if I
Yeah.
was going through something that really required me to have some self inner look at something that's going on with me. I can't think of the word right now, but that's the only time that I would do it. But it wouldn't even. I mean, I would masturbate. I'm not. I think it's just normal, and I think it's more healthy to release than to hold it in.
No, it definitely is.
So.
But why do you think people choose to do it? Why do you think there's some reasons why people actually choose to do it?
I
Discipline.
can see when there's like a sex addiction, and
Okay.
you have to kind of retrain yourself and to understand that you can't just be out here all the time fucking, and in a sense like take it away, so you can slowly kind of train yourself and say, okay, well 2 days a week is okay. I don't need to fuck everything that walks by. I'm just saying, don't look at me that look like that, but I'm just saying.
She said 2 days a week is okay.
I'm just saying to retrain yourself, but
Clearly,
that's
you're not.
That clearly is that's the only thing that I would think that.
No, it's not. That's not the only thing. There's so many other reasons. It could be because
religion and
distraction.
stuff? Distraction?
It could be religion.
But that, to me, so when you say distraction, though, like I feel like to me that's like you can't control it.
No, but that's not the case. Like if you have, say one, like you're meeting, I don't know, I'm just gonna say you could be a woman who's meeting these different guys and they're not panning out, and it's like, you know what, let me stop giving myself to these men and let me just like
Focus
take a
on
break,
you.
right? And so that's one. And then it's like, I want something different. I want to make sure that a person isn't connected, like doesn't want my body And so let me just not have sex. Let me genuinely have a
To
connection
me,
with a
that's
person.
control. I should be able to control who I'm having sex with or not. So the
Well-
celibacy. So if I'm choosing somebody and like, okay, I'm giving the wrong people my body, right? Like, oh, I'm giving the wrong people sex, you know.
But
so
say
I'm
you
gonna
don't
go
know.
celibate.
Like I'm saying, say you don't know. So then it goes back to like, oh, how long do you wait until you have sex with somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm
say,
still masturbating.
I don't think celibacy is not
understand. I do
masturbating.
agree
I don't
with
think
that,
that.
to where if you had to stop having sex to learn yourself and gather what you want to put out there for relationships and men and women,
But
et cetera,
maybe
et cetera,
not even just
but-
for that, like for yourself to have a clear mind. And I understand, like, you know, yes, because if I get to that point where I'm just like, oh my God, I can't even concentrate on anything because I just want to, you know.
Yeah, to me,
like,
that's unhealthy. Like if you are to the point
But it's
where-
really self-discipline. There's a book
okay. I can
by Jay Shetty, and it's where he lived like a monk. I think it's like Think Like a Monk. And so he went on this journey of like self-preservation. I think that I like that. I think that's good to be able to not have to have something. I think that's where like you have a lot of self-discipline. Look at her face. To not have to have something. Yes, I love sex. Yes, I love a lot of it. I love it. I love all, you know, kinds. However, there's still you know what?
I'm just saying,
y'all have
life-
no self-discipline.
I'm
Y'all
just
don't
saying.
care, okay?
Okay, guys, I'm just saying life is short. Your sex drive is only going to be what it is for a certain amount of time. Okay? You know, hormones change, people change, things happen. You know, God forbid something happens and you know, you're not able to have the same feelings anymore or the same, you know, same kind of drive because it changes and fluctuates for everybody. So I feel like I understand. There was a point where I was with, you know, whoever, and I felt like, you know, they just weren't giving me what I needed. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take a break from them. However,
For 2 weeks.
after a couple days, I'm
2
like,
weeks is
okay,
still
I need
practicing,
to, I need something. So I would, you know, pleasure myself.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, if celibacy means don't pleasure yourself, don't get pleasure from anything.
I don't agree with that.
That's not for me.
Because that's not.
I'm not saying
I mean,
that's what
don't
it is.
Isn't it still true? Like you lose it if you don't use it. Like, you know, there's some people who haven't had sex for years.
I know.
You know, and I mean, does their stuff still work at this point?
First of all,
I'm sure it does.
How do you not have sex for years?
I don't
number one?
know,
But,
but
I
Because
understand there are
could be
people
a lot
out there.
of trauma like that somebody has too. Like, let's not think about like, say somebody got raped and maybe they just didn't want to have sex because they have to heal through that. So there's so many other reasons. Maybe in their relationship it was very like dominating, and it was, you know, he always wanted.
And that part, I understand that.
Where's the whip?
But
She wants the domination. Oh, I like to be submissive too. But there's trauma. There's so many factors of why people choose not to have sex, and I think that.
But I don't think it's always trauma. Like, I understand the trauma part
that's
of
one
it. I get
factor.
it. But there's some people that just don't
no,
care
I
for
mean,
sex.
I've had conversations
they might
with a
not.
lot of
That's not me.
different girlfriends, and I mean, it always surprises me just the level or lack of interest that they have in
Yes.
sex.
And why
So-
is that? Is it because they're
Hormones.
not getting pleasured? Is it because they just don't care for it, or their focus is something else? Like, what is it
I
about
don't
people who
know.
don't want to
I-
have sex more than once or twice?
I mean, you
A
know,
month
I
or
had
a
a
week.
girlfriend that was well in her 30s before the first time that she had climaxed. And I don't know that women or the girls, I'll say that I know, the young ladies that I know, experience sex to be good. And I think that might be part of the place of them just not having interest in it because they never had a partner
But
that
that's-
blew their mind.
But that's why it's important. And I just had a conversation today. It's important when you're having sex with somebody to please that person in the way that they want to be pleased, not what you think that they want.
Well, when they're young, when guys are young, they think hard and fast. They think that's what it is.
bang, 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 bang.
Yes. But when guys eventually realize that that's not what's going to get her there, because they're worried about, at a young age, I think guys are worried about
Trying to
them.
bust a nut.
And I'm not talking about all young guys. I'm sure there's some young guys out there that are in tune with the woman and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, for the most part, the young, when you start having sex, they're just worried about getting, you know, what feels good to them. Then as they get older, they realize, okay, I want my partner or whoever I'm with at the time to also feel good and get pleasure. So then
Right.
they realize, like, slow,
Right.
deep strokes, stimulating other erogenous areas of the
Foreplay.
body.
You're
What?
so funny. Slow.
I'm just
deep
saying, like you learn what
feel
that
like-
woman likes eventually and what's going to get her there.
But I don't feel like you have to have slow. I get what
I'm
you're
not saying you have to have
like
slow.
more
I'm just
intimate.
saying
I just think you have to be in tune with what a person likes. I think
Right.
there's nothing wrong with you asking. Well, there's everything right with you asking somebody, what does it for you? Like, what? Because I know for me, like, I'm a pleaser. It's going to turn me on and
To
please
you.
me
Right.
to give you what you want.
Right.
Which is why.
So when I'm with someone, and even when we're in the moment and we're having this intimacy, I'll ask like, how do you want me to do this? How you want this? How do you like that? Do you like this?
Is that how you ask?
But I'm not, first of all,
Are you saying?
I'm
"How do
not
you
like
this,
asking
puppy?"
questions through the whole thing,
How
but
do
I'm
you
just
like
like
this, puppy?
trying to, here we go.
Hueva.
How
Here
you want
we
this,
go.
puppy?
She thinks she
Oh,
knows me.
puppy.
Excuse me? That's how I sound? Were you somewhere watching me? You creep. She's a pervert, y'all, just so y'all know. Anyway. Really? I'm just saying,
Watch
like,
some
when
of
you're
our past
with
episodes.
someone, you want to know what makes them feel good. And I want that person to, kind of be in, like, is
But
this...
there's still a lot of selfish lovers out there.
There
Like,
is.
So
I know. I was with one.
yeah.
At one point.
I was one at one point.
Yeah. I mean, I can be selfish.
That is,
on
I
a
could
day,
see
Why
that.
do you keep looking
No,
at me
I
like...
said I could see that. I could see that because you just are focused on what it is that you want, and no,
Yes, but some people, yes. All I want is what I want.
right.
No, I agree.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. I
that's
could be
her.
selfish for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely can be selfish.
But if I'm with someone I like, I want them to
but-
also...
right. I agree. But
Yeah.
the point is that like to not feel a climax ever. Would you be interested in sex if you guys never came? Because some
I just
women
like
struggle.
the feeling of
Well, you're a giver. Yes, you're
Yeah.
a pleaser.
I will say I've always
What do you
had...
want, baby? What do you want, baby?
What do you want?
Per Jamie's voice.
What do you want?
Yes, that's
I ain't
her
saying
right
poppy,
there.
okay?
Oh my God.
What you want, my? No,
Oh, here we go.
I'm like, I'm joking.
Hood 101.
I'm very in tune with the person that I'm dealing with. Like, I'm gonna give you all of it. Like you said do this. Okay, hold
But
on.
okay, so can you be a pleaser for years though? Like every time you guys have sex, you just want to please the other person?
No,
Like-
because I'm getting pleasure as well because it's being reciprocated. Like if
Okay.
somebody was focused, like
no, yeah,
I did
because
deal with
some
somebody
people are
who-
pleasers, right? But they get into these relationships, and at first, it's beautiful, right? Like this man's telling me what he wants, like we having some bomb sex,
Right.
and I love pleasing him first, and then I get my little, but he's not.
oh yeah, it's like
So then
you're
it's
focused
like
on yourself.
after
Yeah,
a
that's
while,
selfish.
like being a pleaser, like
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be like, all right, like can
No,
I get one
so
day?
let's rewind.
Can I get
so
one
I'm
day?
a pleaser, however, because that turns me on. However, I expect it to get done to
Yeah,
me. And then
right.
so if you're a selfish person, it's just not going to work with me because I'm so selfless. It's just not going to work.
So you want that match?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like I
I
dealt with
agree.
somebody who would do things to me for his own pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it just was his own pleasure.
Right.
Like he just wanted
Like
to,
you're both kind of pleasers in a sense. You both want
yeah, but
each other
he
to
just
reach
wanted
it.
it just for himself. And I felt like, okay, like, are you just using me just to,
To get.
Oh, they definitely have, for sure.
Yeah,
They definitely
that's what
have.
fetish. That's a fetish.
But
That's a fetish. So when people who have fetish, they going straight for that fetish.
Yes.
They want the fetish.
Yeah, I don't really have any
that's
fetishes.
That booty.
You don't have any fetishes? None?
Like
The
an
booty
actual
is a
fetish?
fetish. That's a fetish.
No, I'm saying
No,
for
for me.
her. Like, the fetish for
don't
her.
you like to lick man's booty?
Oh,
That is not a
Lord.
that is a fetish.
No.
As much
is
as you
a
talk
fetish.
about it, I think it's been on every episode.
That's because y'all are bringing it
You
up.
ain't asked. Exactly.
I've watched the
No,
episode.
me.
Thank you.
No, it's because our past guests. I'm saying I'm open to.
She opening. She opening them booty cheeks and getting in
That's
that
a
ass.
fetish. That's a
No,
fetish.
no.
I think it
have.
is. I think
okay,
she
time
has.
out.
She needs it.
Time
she
out.
needs it. She has to have it.
I have to have mine done.
Okay, still a fetish.
Okay, so yes, that's my fetish.
But you like to reciprocate.
Yeah, but not. Okay.
Not
You know
everybody.
what? No, I'm just saying I have done it. I'm not just over here like, oh, turn around. I've done it plenty of times before, but that's not something like if they didn't want it, oh, okay, fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a specific thing that you really like or?
God, my kids probably gonna watch this.
I got me stuttering. Hold on. I like giving oral. I like to give some oral, but I don't know that I have a fetish. I think for me, I just want to try everything.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like I just am open to trying everything, and then I get over it after a while, and then I'm on to something new. So
Okay.
I think I just got sex ADHD.
I think you're more open-minded to more people
Sex
than most
ADHD.
people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're open to just do whatever and communicate about it, talk about it, and just have fun doing it.
Yeah, I definitely. I just don't like when it gets boring.
Oh, I can't I can't be bored. Like I need to constantly be stimulated.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes,
What?
that's true. Okay.
Why you smile?
Not that I didn't say anything. Okay, so
Got really. I was about to say like,
But don't be hitting anybody up in the DMs because these are real
like-
conversations that we just,
okay, this is a good question. Why do men are okay watching women be naked on social media, shake their ass in the clubs, blah blah blah, and even degrading women at some points, but yet they don't want their women out here doing the same thing.
or if it was their family member, they wouldn't be okay with their family member out there, their sister, their daughter.
Yeah, but then their whole social media is like ass twerking,
Right.
half naked women. They're, I know we don't really do WCW anymore, but like their crushes are usually these, women with
Because I think it's a fantasy.
accentuated body parts, but then when you look at their baby mamas or you look at their women, they look nothing like these women
Because they didn't connect with them because of that. They connected with them for other reasons.
But why are they degrading these women when they're putting them up on a pedestal?
I mean, I
that's
definitely
a good question. I don't.
I definitely agree with. I mean, I don't agree with obviously that. I understand why men are visual, so I understand that they
definitely
want to
very
see,
visual.
the ass clap on them, because and they might, they're watching bite their lip and all that stuff.
I
They
guess
want
that
to
just
see
goes
that.
from way back in the day, though. I mean, Playboy magazine, strippers, going to the flapper bars, way back.
But
in
then
the day, it's always been a
women
visual.
do
I
it to
don't
themselves
know.
as well because women are out there, they're showing their ass, they're twerking. It's like, to be honest, it honestly annoys the crap out of me because that's all you see is just ass shaking, flapping everywhere. But then you wonder why a man is like constantly focused on that because that's what you're given. Like that's your talent. Like, oh yeah,
what
I
they're
can
leading
twerk
with.
I
Yeah,
can
that's what
twerk
they're
the best.
leading with.
Okay, but
Yeah.
are you dumb? Can you have a conversation?
I don't know. I feel like that's another man question. I wish
I know.
I do
Men,
want to know.
comments.
I want to know.
Yes,
I do want to know
because I don't understand. Like, how can you idolize these women
Yeah.
so much, but then you're degrading them at the same time?
Yeah.
But then your baby mama and your woman are
But how are they
nothing like
degrading
these
them?
women.
Can they separate the two? Can they see their wife, their home person, the mom of their children, sexy?
But
Can they differentiate the two? Do you think that's a problem?
I don't see why they can't. Can't they have the whole package in one person?
I mean, I agree.
And to answer your question,
It's
they're
hard to find
degrading them by
it's hard.
calling them hoes and sluts and they're easy and stuff like that. That's how they're degrading them. But yet they're still putting them on this pedestal, liking all their pictures in their inbox, blah, 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 would definitely smash, but they won't.
Because it's really
bring
just
them
like
home.
it's for the hit and run. It's men are just wired that way.
that
to-
But it's
to go
okay.
Animal
release.
instinct.
It's okay
Yeah.
to idolize these women if
Right,
that's what
but
if that's
why?
what you're visual, but don't
Yeah.
degrade them and call them hoes and sluts just because they may have a little bit more
degrading
skin
part,
on
right.
social media or the internet. Like, why
Well,
call
they
them
did.
hoes and
Well,
sluts?
because they busted down like a hoe.
How do you know?
You
I'm
know
just
what?
saying-
Because they showing
I
ass
have
don't mean
a-
they
I-
or
I
they
was gonna
twerking don't mean
say,
they.
But
I
like, if
actually
you don't want somebody to look at you like that, then why put it out there?
But I think actually people who are out there like that are some of the most prudest people and most insecure people that I've been around.
No, that's
It's
true,
usually
too.
the full dressed, quiet ones in the corner that are buck. And the ones that are, showing it all out and doing all that stuff. Oh, I'm not doing a threesome. Why would you think I would do that? But you out here,
Yeah, because
doing all
I
that
think
stuff.
a lot
I
of
don't know.
people
I
who
think
put
it is
their
a
ass out
fantasy.
like that, their nudity out
full
like that,
fantasy.
they're making money from it. They're
They're
getting
making
some
money, but
type
that's
of
not really who they are. I feel
right,
like.
right.
I feel like it's just an image to make money, but then you get them in a room, like let's say the guys are, we about to do a video. Okay, I need you, and you. And then what happens.
That's her
they
right
have
there.
Those
That's
expectations.
her.
Me what?
We're trying to do a
And
video
then you
and
pull
you're like,
away.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, wait, what am I
know.
gonna be doing? Because like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not saying you don't, but I have respect for myself to where it's like, I don't want,
Thanks.
I don't want
Jeez.
like,
I'm not out here with my little pussy lips hanging out.
But see, Che can have the same respect for her.
no, that's
though.
what I'm saying.
So-
I wanted to clarify. It's not that I'm saying. It's just that like there's certain
That's what she's
things
saying.
that that's not because I love you.
But when people see me and people who really thoroughly know me never guess really truly, my situation. But that's my mindset.
For another
my
podcast.
mindset. That's another podcast for a different day.
For sure.
But my mindset, I've always been just a person who's like lady in the streets, freak in the streets mentality. But that's
Well,
just
right.
that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just my thing. But I'm probably more buck wild than 99% of those girls that are on those videos.
Oh, right.
So it's one of those things where like you could respect me even though I'm covered.
Right.
Right.
Versus, so we might be the same. They might be the same together. We might be the same level of what have you. But because they're showing their body, they're immediately put into that box.
But I think
I'm seen as a sophisticated person
because
but
I think it doesn't give a man anything to look forward to if you're putting it out there. So there was like this video of this woman who she had like her nipples out, her butt out. She was wearing this like sheer outfit. And she was walking into a store and this guy they got into some type of altercation, but the guy was just basically saying like, why do you have to walk out like this? Like you're showing everything right now. Like there could be kids, there could be like, you're just putting everything out there. So then like, for what? Is it like an insecurity?
that just goes back. That's what they're leading with. They're leading with their sexuality. They're leading with their body. So what they lead with is what they're going to attract.
Right.
So they really can't be mad if that's who they're attracting at the same time. If someone's just wanting them for their body, that's what they're leading with.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's an insecurity thing other than, and it's definitely an attention thing, but I don't know if it's an insecurity thing. I feel like
think-
people who like to show off their bodies are just as confident as some, and then vice versa.
But sometimes people,
Because I don't like to show off mine.
I know
but-
women do it because that's all that they feel like. They might have a security with their body, but that's all they feel like they're worthy of, if that makes
I
sense.
agree.
I
agree.
So I just don't agree with the degrading part.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
just feel
whatever
like
we choose to do.
yeah, but if a woman does whatever she does to make money, to do whatever, that's what she is doing on her own. Doesn't mean she's out here in the streets. 100%. I feel like, if she's choosing to make money this way, okay, she's choosing to make money this way, but that doesn't make her a less of a classy woman than someone else
agree.
who's not.
Yeah, for
I
that.
completely
But
agree.
if it's just like a woman who is like constantly like you can kind of see like the demeanor, like just the focus, and that's all they're doing. They're you got pussy lips popping out all the time, like on Instagram. Oh, what?
I'm just saying. Yes.
Mine
I'm
are
agreeing
not.
with you.
Ow.
I'm agreeing with you. Relax.
She always got the
So
subliminals.
let's take it to a personal level on the sense like how would you feel if your daughters were out there doing that? Like
Right,
would
I
you
agree.
tell them like don't do that because
respect
that's
your body. I would say respect your body where you don't have to get the attention of these men, because really that's what it is. It's for the attention.
So what if they say it's not for the men? Because
Okay,
I know
for the
my
women.
daughter will tell me left and right, I'm not dressing for any man. This is what I want to wear today, and I feel comfortable and I love it.
That's
Okay.
my daughter. My daughter is
Right.
comfortable
So,
with
you know,
herself.
So is it really like it just goes back to like is it the woman's situation or is it the men? Do we have to start retraining?
both.
Retraining them to understand that just because we outside like this don't mean that.
I just feel like it's both, because I just feel like for me, I just think that if you are walking and you know how men are wired, right? You're walking outside and you have like short shorts on, you're walking in a thong and you're getting the attention, the cat calls, and you get upset at that. Why are you getting upset? If you're bending over and you're shaking your ass and maybe you got people around you shaking their ass and say a particular person goes to do it and you're getting upset, like why are you getting upset when
But guys, if they see a pretty face, regardless if she's showing ass or not, they're going to catcall.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, there's been so many times I'm just walking, I'm fully
I know,
dressed.
because you're perfect.
Okay, that has nothing to do with it.
Flawless.
She wakes up flawless.
This is not true. All I'm saying is
An angel.
because guys are wired that way, if they see someone they like, regardless of what they have on, they're going to catcall. So I think it has to start, with, just us training. I mean, not really training, but teaching our sons and our nephews and blah, blah, blah. Like, listen, you may see a pretty woman, but this is how you approach them.
Know how to
Regardless
approach
if
them,
they are fully clothed or have their asses out. This
There
is
is
a way to
for
approach.
everything, though.
Right.
I think that less than focusing on the respect towards the person or the individual rocking it, we also have to just, where are you? Where are your surroundings? You have to somewhat put some respect to the surrounding people too.
I think a lot of times it's not done.
And that's
Yeah.
what,
But I think we got to work on both men and women. Women with, putting, like, just requiring a little bit more respect for yourselves, and then men,
I'll agree with that.
yeah.
And I mean,
like,
social media
giving
is a
that.
game
No,
changer
it's-
because, social media is just a game changer. Like,
No, social media has made it a lot more acceptable to show more skin,
it
for
just made
sure.
it seem like that's the only way to get attention, and that I don't agree with.
Right. But that's also something that you have to reiterate with your kids.
Right.
Like with my daughter, she sometimes, wears a little something less than I would like her to wear. And like, listen, just so you know, like when guys see you like this, just because this is how they are, they're going to, attract to you because you may have a little cleavage out or you have, your ass is coming out your shorts. Like, if that's not the attention that you want, because that's
Right.
what the attention you're going to get, then just wear something, wear like a hoodie or wear some sweatpants or wear something to cover that up. Because my daughter is very beautiful. The guys, she's going to attract guys, but just, no matter how you attract a guy, at the end of the day, the guy always wants sex at the end of the day. Regardless if you're just a pretty face and completely clothed or you're a pretty face with
instincts.
your ass out, they at the end of the day, even if you're ugly, they still want ass at the end of the day if they're approaching you. They want to smash. That is their end goal. Regardless if they like you or not, that's what they want.
That is facts.
No matter what you wear. So if you go into situations thinking, okay, this guy is coming to me, he's attracted to me, he's talking to me, he wants to have sex with you.
But then
Okay.
I think it also depends on eventually he does. But I also think that it depends on like how much a person will value you. If a man, because there are men who actually have standards. There are men who
Even the man with standards want to have sex with you. I don't care what nobody
I understand
say.
that, but I know people. I think I'm rocking with y'all guys today. I don't know, but
I have standards. I
But what
agree
I'm
with
saying
that.
is, no, what I'm saying is there are times when I think sometimes women think like, oh, I'm gonna, try to tease him or make him try to want me. But there are sometimes men, I have friends who they're like, that don't move me. Like just because you're out there shaking your ass, that don't move me. I don't want to fuck you. Yeah, you might be good to look at, but you probably for the streets.
And that's 2%.
And that's you know what?
That's the 2%.
And listen, I think at the end
I
of
don't
the
know the
day,
statistics.
I'm okay with you hollering at me, honestly. I feel like I can carry myself and I can just do not disrespect me if I am not down with something.
Right, I agree with that
No
one.
matter what I'm wearing, no matter what my kids is wearing, no matter what my girlfriends is wearing, if whatever the case may be, you can call me, you can whatever you feel like doing. But if I politely say no, thank you, or if I walk away, or whatever the case may be,
I'm not giving you
Do
consent.
not disrespect
Yeah.
me like that. You're right. That is the part, the degrading part. There's just no
Yes.
need for
Because
it.
guys get mad at you if they approach you and you're not interested in
Yeah.
them. They're like, oh, you're a bitch. You're
Well,
stuck
that
up.
goes back to the
That's the
rejection.
degrading.
It's hard to, they have a hard time sometimes with the rejection.
And
It's
I'm just like,
it's
just because I'm
okay.
not interested doesn't mean you're not a cool person.
Yeah,
that you're
enjoy the view while I'm walking by with my ass out. You're welcome, but do not disrespect me because I keep on moving. Like,
Right.
That's just it.
Right. That is facts.
Yes.
So, we're ready to wrap it up. Are you doing your shout out?
Okay. So I do want to shout out an artist. Let me just go.
This one?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, but I just want to get. I want to
today.
get. No, we do. Oh my God, y'all
Thank
just coming
you.
at me. Like, first of all,
sorry, Jamie.
anyway,
We love you, Jamie.
I just want to make sure I had his stuff up. All right, so his IG is Real David M, RealDavidM. He has a new song out. His song. Don't even get me lying to your song, but he has a new album out. Actually had a album release yesterday. So good music, nice R&B flow, good voice. So just go,
What's his IG?
His IG is Real David M. So it's David McCurry. He's on iTunes and a few other platforms.
Okay.
R&B plug. That's his album.
Are you going to do the brand blast?
You can.
Me?
Yeah.
The Greens and Greens.
Oh my God, I
Voorhees.
just love them.
See, I know she wants to do this shout out because this is her spot. Greens and Grains is a restaurant in Voorhees.
Yeah, it's like a chain they have.
It's
Yeah.
vegan. Mm-hmm. Voorhees, New Jersey. It's a vegan spot. They just opened up how long?
In May, and I just found them last month, and I'm so mad, and they know me. They know what I like already, because if I can get a vegan spot, I'm there. Mm-hmm. They're just so good.
So what do they
They
have?
don't even have ice there. They have smoothies. They have cold pressed juices. They have grain bowls, sandwiches, paninis, but everything's vegan. They're black owned. They are, just this particular one is black owned. So there are multiple locations, but this particular one is black owned. I just think that it's a great vibe. It's very clean. They are very quick, and you get rewards. So I already got like $15 off of my food already,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So just a real quick health tip. Do you guys think what's the difference between juicing and blending? Do you guys know a significant difference? It could be anything.
Because you get all the fiber. When you blend, you're getting all the fiber because, you usually keep the outside. So it's kind of like pulpy. When you juice, you're extracting all of the natural juice from the fruit or vegetables, and you're getting rid of that fiber. So you're actually getting rid of those extra calories. But however, there's discrepancies of the fiber being really good for you. I know it's good for you. But then also on the outside of stuff, you have all the wax and things that they put on that's not good for you. So
Yeah, so that's exactly one of the main points I was going to make.
Ding, ding,
And of
ding.
course she knows because she's vegan, or vegetarian rather.
Yeah.
So when you blend everything, the fiber stays within that. You're not getting rid of anything. Everything's still there. So you have whatever water, or if you use like a milk or something like that, when you're blending and mixing your smoothies, things of that nature, all of that fruit or vegetable stays within that blend, and you're just mixing up. However, when you're juicing, like she said, a lot of you get all that compost. Now you can make a vegetable broth out of that compost. However, that has a lot of the fiber, but you're still getting a lot of the great nutrients and vitamins and minerals from the fruit or vegetables that that you juice. So they both have great qualities. It depends on how much fiber you want in your diet.
Yeah.
Because fiber, too much fiber is not good for
Right.
you either. So fiber helps kind of bulk up the stool. So if you're having too much fiber, you may end up getting constipated, to be honest. You have to make sure you're drinking enough water, that you're eating your fruits and vegetables, but you want to also keep an eye on how much fiber your body's really taking in, because you don't want to have issues with digestion.
Yeah.
After
And we
that,
both have
so
the Nama juicer.
yes, that
Which
is
is
the best
amazing.
juicer ever. It is expensive, but it's worth it. So if you're
Yes, it's
interested
very
in getting into
expensive.
juicing, the cold pressed juicers are the best ones to get.
And Liz,
So-
you just tried. You
I
just went
did.
to
The juice bar.
the
is
juice
what I
bar.
went to.
Oh, those are I love them too.
Yes, and I got off my 3-day juice cleanse, and it was good. It was the first time that I honestly didn't have any crashes. All day I felt like I was energized. I felt full. So I didn't expect that from a juice cleanse, to be honest. I was very concerned, but I got through it, and I feel good.
That's great.
Okay, so we might as well just give them a shout out. So it's the Juice Bar _ Juice Company. They're over in Haddon Township. They're black owned. They're amazing. That's where I kind of started like my juice journey from them. So yeah, they're really good.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
a little-
definitely going to
a little
continue
baby
to
in there.
incorporate juice
Oh, yeah.
throughout my daily diet now.
Did you do a green one?
Girl, I did like 3 green ones. Let me tell you, since I don't like green, it was like, it was
Put it
the
in a different cup?
hardest. No, I just downed it.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I
We're
just
so
downed it,
good for
but-
Proud
you.
of
Thank
you.
you.
Definitely.
I was a little worried.
You was a little worried.
I was a little worried.
You was a little worried.
I can drink
I was
anything or
concerned.
stuff like that. That's like grainy stuff from the earth. I'm okay with that.
No, don't get me lying. The ones I'm going to keep in my diet probably are not going to be the green ones, but
Because green,
Yeah.
it
they were
overpowers, that color
beneficial for the
overpowers.
Yeah,
time frame.
it does.
And, maybe I do just
Definitely.
need to get a good colored cup that.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see
Oh,
it
for
in,
sure.
'cause
Definitely.
something
You'll
about
figure it
drinking
out what
green.
works for you. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
something about
All right. So we're just going to end with just a little quote. So practice positive self-talk to reinforce the neural pathways in your brain that fuel your confidence. So neural pathways, the more you do something, the more likely you are to repeat it. And so it's going to be kind of embedded in your head. So the more you talk to yourself and give yourself those, confident pep talks and feeling good about yourself and tell yourself how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, and you are a bad bee, which I talked to your daughter about today.
Uh-oh.
Then the more likely you are to believe it, okay? So confidence is, it's not just born with it. It comes from life experiences and how you view yourself.
Agreed.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Every other Tuesday, Bear It All the podcast. Thank you for being with us
Yes.
again,
Of
Liz.
course.
It's always a pleasure having you.
We appreciate you.
Please like, subscribe, share, and comment.
comments.
Every other Tuesday, baby, Bear It All the podcast.